facing the right way. Hey everyone, hi. This is Coaster here. I'm doing getting my area set up here. It is it has really been forever since I've done a live stream. It's been 3 years, I think it was, since my last like real stream, and I feel that was actually because that was back when YouTube didn't have the requirements, when you didn't have to you didn't need 1,000 subscribers to actually go live on mobile devices. But here we are. We finally made it there, and today I'll be doing some work on some fursuit heads. Fursuit heads that I'm working on. Welcome. I'm glad everybody can make it today to the stream. To the stream, and I'm going to break out my laptop as well here. That's actually downstairs. I have that set up so I can read your comments and respond, because right now I'm just kind of blind to what's being said. So I think I caught an ooh-woo in there really fast. Let me check. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna break out my laptop. Also, let me know if you hear any audio discrepancies, because I'm trying the lavalier microphone that I was using in my unboxing video when I was testing this. I just want to see if it's going to work for this live stream. I did a little test earlier, but I just want to make sure it's going to come through on your end. So go ahead and crack out the microphone here and all those wonderful little things. Also, I will not be wearing my fursuit at this time, because it's going to be a little difficult to see while working on the fursuit head. But chair, got this, got fursuit head, got stuff. Okay, and I'll grab the computer. This over here. I'm actually trying out my new ring light, so it gives really nice front-facing light. As you can see, my hand is super bright, and it's kind of nice. So I'll be back. Just give me a second. All right, I have it sound, and I brought my laptop with me. Okay. Hey, this is Coaster with out the fursuit head on. So just don't tell anyone about this. This is kind of, I don't usually do this. Usually, if I show my face, it's usually if I'm doing a tutorial or something of that nature. But I said to myself, I can live stream now. Why not? Kind of give everybody an idea of what's going on with everything. All right, and this current fursuit head I'm working on is feline, and it's got. Go ahead and turn on the. It has light up eyes. You can see that there. Yeah. Really proud of that so far. And I've got the hair pieces right here that I'm working on. So these will get sewn together, and then will go on top of the hair piece. You get nice hair tufts going on top. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be great. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the things here. Okay. Oh, I can actually hear myself in the speaker. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Now there will be a slight bit of lag in this live stream for myself, not for you. You're totally fine. But the messages coming through me are going to get just a tiny bit of lag, because I'm using a Wi-Fi signal that's like 2 bars, but it's still picking it up, so we should be just fine. I'm going to mute myself because I don't need to hear myself talk, unless I was very sadistic or whatever the word is. Whatever the case, we have. Oh, hi, lunatic. Hi, nameless Dutchie. Lunatic for life. Hi. Peppermint cookie. If I had some money, I would buy a fursuit, but I'm broke as heck. For something as simple, I would say something like not having a Sona, experiment with things that you like. different aspects of your personality, I would definitely say those are great places to start. I'll set the laptop here. I think that'll work. Also, my laptop can do this, which I think is pretty sweet. Oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that before? That's a lot better. Okay, I gotta sit it someplace where I can actually gander. You know what? I'll just sit right here because why not? That makes sense. Okay, I'm as hot as heck up here, so I want to have a nice little sparkling water here. It's one of pretty favorite drink of mine, actually. I hope everyone's had a nice week so far and had a happy Fursuit Friday, or just a happy Friday in general, because it's Friday. It's time to enjoy the weekend, because got through a bunch of wind, bunch of rain and thunder. It was rocking and rolling this week, but we finally got some nice sunshine. It's really nice out today. It's a little cool, but it's mid-60s in temperature. It's pretty nice. Oh gosh, do I look like that on camera? Oh my gosh. Okay. I didn't know I looked that terrible. Okay. Oh yes, thank you. I'm glad you noticed the drippy paw, and thank you for for supplying the drippy paw, of course, because it's the one that you gave us in the unboxing video. So I appreciate that. It's been probably worn it probably about 50 plus times, and it's getting to the point where it's time to probably get a replacement for it, because the design's starting to wear out. It just does that after so many washes. Those the designs start to kind of fade, or I'm not sure what it really does. It's like it's still there, but it kind of like it's slowly flaking off. Like if your fingers are like, if you just wash your hands and your fingers are still a little wet, and you hold your hand there and pull it away, you'll get like little bits of sparkles. So it's just, I try to keep it in as good a condition as possible, so it don't cause any any further degradation. I can't think of the word. Degradation. Okay, I think that's what it's called. Peppermint Cookie is doing well. I'm glad. Just woke up. Oh, were you taking a nap? Or what I should be asking is what part of the country are you from? Because I like to know where people are from, different places. Currently, right now, what I'm actually working on is the hairpiece for the house cat. This actually will be a house cat. So this is what I got both pieces sewn. Took a little while because I hand sewed them, but sometimes you just gotta hand sew those little detailed areas. Excuse me. I feel stupid. Excuse me. I totally forgot to hook up the microphone. Let me grab that really fast for you. And let me know if you hear any sound difference, because I want you to hear me. I want you to be able to hear me without. Okay. Microphone. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This will also keep me from having to yell at the camera. Not yell, but just kind of like, can you hear this? North Carolina. Oh, wonderful. You're from North Carolina. I've been there. It's been a long time. It's been 13 years since I was at North Carolina. Also, I'm doing I'm doing a vocal test. Let me know if you can still hear me, because I just switched the microphone from internal to external. This is the microphone I'm using. I'm gonna clip it somewhere, I guess right here. Clip it. Okay. How does that? Can you all hear me okay? That also allows me to speak a little more immersively, a little less. I can almost whisper at this point. The sound of sparkling water. Delicious. Oh, good, you can hear me. Excellent. Excuse me, I apologize. It does cause me to have a little bit of a tiny burps. This is a slicker brush I'm using. This is I've had this thing for probably 4 or 5 years, and it still works. Got it from the dollar store. It's like the best brush I could use. So, yay, lunatic, yay! I'm glad you can hear me. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, this this headpiece is going to have. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you. This hair is actually made up of 3 pieces that are individually sewn together, and then this side has 3 pieces, and then I'm going to make another piece. I'm going to make a total of about 5, maybe 6 pieces of hair that are going to go on top. So you get your hair coming out to the side like this. Excuse me. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get started on this, and I am thinking of using a sewing machine for this one here because I should have thought of this before, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pieces, use a larger seam allowance, sew it, and then snip off the excess seam allowance. So that way I don't have to sew every single piece by hand because that will take like 12 years to do so. We don't have all that time. The thread I'm using is Coats & Clark. Just your generic Coats & Clark. You get it from Walmart for like $2.50 or from Joann's. I try to support smaller businesses if possible because Joann's has really killer sales sometimes, especially if you like go there on those like a Memorial Day sale, especially when they have foam, like the cushion foam. That stuff's so good to go on the sale. You can get like 40 or 50% off on foam, and that's fantastic. And then if you get a coupon, you can save even more, especially on other stuff that's not on sale. Just snatch at that coupon. So, right, and grab that. Hey, TeaFox. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I haven't really said it out loud. Is it Tale or Talon? Is it Talon? I think it's Talon. Yay! I'm super glad that everybody could make it. You may have what I'll try to say. Well, I guess I'm going to talk about a little bit about myself. A little bit. Yeah, I've been fursuit building for a few years. Nothing super consistent. I just do it when I can, or if I am desperate need of income, I will do some fursuit building. I am currently unemployed, but I had a job interview this last Friday or yesterday, I should say, and I should be starting work this week, hopefully. It's a little scary not having like solid income, but I said to myself a few years ago, like, do I want to constantly be working for a company where I drive across town every day, like an hour round trip every day, just sitting in my car driving to go to a place that I don't want to be my career? I would say, like, yeah, I enjoy helping people, but I used to work overnights at a warehouse, and it just destroyed me. It destroyed my spirit to want to create, want to do anything, and there's just a lot going on with that. But anyway, I feel the most fulfillment and satisfaction when I use my hands, when I use my creativity, when I can hopefully inspire some people. Pineapple! Hi, Pineapple. How are you? Hey, Pineapple. I'm glad you can make it. Yay! I'm glad everybody could be here. Yay! It is 6:19 p.m. where I am, and gorgeous outside. Really is nice. I would say like we have a park in this place, the area where I live, and you can literally go there in the middle of the night, and it's like the safest place in the world to be. It's wonderful. This is like a small Civil War town, and like I've been over there at 10 o'clock at night before. It's beautiful, especially during a summer's night when all the stars are out. It's breathtaking. You can see everything. You can see the Milky Way galaxy. You can see the planets. Oh, it's gorgeous. I need more Wonder Clips. I'm kind of running low on these. Yeah, Wonder Clips are some of the best things you can use for sewing material. Pins definitely still have their place, but Wonder Clips, you just clip them on and you go. It's really handy. You don't poke yourself with them, and they're a lot easier to find in case you drop them. I would say name brand versus off brand. Off brand is really good quality. Like if you ever have any of you ever used Wonder Clips, I'll show you really fast what a Wonder Clip looks like, just in case. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing fantastic. Starlight Fox, I can offer tips and whatever questions you have. I can try to answer the best I can. But this could be helpful. This one here is a Wonder Clip. This one here, the red one. The one on this side is a generic off-brand version of Wonder Clip. They're identical in every way except the Wonder Clip is a little more refined looking, less rough on the edges, and it has a slightly weaker springiness to it. It's a little more springy. Then the off-brand is a lot more difficult to open, but because of that, it offers a lot more bite in the clamping power, which I like. I actually prefer that. Wonder Clips are still great. This one here, big difference, price difference. Oh, excuse me. I think it's like over $10 for just a pack of 10 of these. For that same price, you can get 50 of these. So it's up to you. Name brand versus off brand. It's just whatever works best for you in that kind of respect. Okay. Oh, did I say your name wrong? I'm sorry. Is Starlight or Starlit? I think it's Starlit. If I said it wrong, I apologize. It's a very cute name. I like that name. Reminds me of something in the galaxy, something that sparkles. Like a glowing aura around the fox. That's pretty nice. There we go. I hope everyone can see okay in this clip. I feel like I'm not really giving you the best experience, and I apologize about that. But I will go ahead and ask a few of you some questions if you don't mind. You can ask me whenever you wish, really, as long as it's not too, I guess, too extreme. How did you come up with your Sona's names? As I know, a lot of you have a lot of fantastic, unique names, which I really do like, and like the story about how this came up. Those are pretty sweet to know. Those are pretty nice. It helps inspire others too to create their own Sona's names and ideas, especially if they don't know where to start. Especially, and also I apologize if I'm talking too loud. I feel like I'm talking at the camera again. But hi, first that Matt. How are you doing? Hi, I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited about this next week because I'm starting my new job. Hopefully, they said they really liked my job interview. They said that was really nice. I'm currently sewing a commission for a person that I owe them. I have to give them an update for tomorrow, and I'm just excited about the possibilities that are opening up to me now. Not so much that I'm saying like the world is my oyster, not at all, but it's more like I'm not afraid to try new things. And for a while, I was just really finding it hard to want to try to do anything else because I felt down about things, like just like I had one of my family members had cancer and such, and I was finding just a lot of difficulties, a lot of personal battles, but just seeing that that the channel finally made it, that this YouTube channel finally made it to over 1,000 subscribers, that gives me like a renewed hope, almost, so to speak, like something worth fighting for, I guess you should call it. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. I hope the job goes well also, because I'll be working with my mate. Actually, I'll be working at the same place, same business, which is nice. It sure saves me traveling like 30 minutes one way just to get to a place that I can't stand. And Yeah, and the channel, I was gonna say the channel only has a little bit more to go before it can actually start making money. So, like, literally, the videos that end up being made will eventually start being revenue that actually can start making this a business, so to speak. Um, I guess that's like the dream when people start YouTube. It's like years and years ago when I first started. It wasn't even on this channel; it was on an older channel I had. I uploaded because I wanted to have fun. I wanted to share with people around the world with what I created and just experience the feeling of connecting with other people that I've never known before, making friends and such. And and then just like, you could actually turn this into a business, turn something that you enjoy doing into something that actually can, be an income and something that you don't have to dread going to work every day. It's right there. You upload your own content. It's your business. It's your vision. It is what you want it to be. Oh, thanks, Peppermint Cookie. I really appreciate that. The Yeah, ASMR is something that I just said one day. It's like, oh, I've seen I think the YouTube channel ASMR Doggo. I think that's was his name. And I was just like, I wanted to try ASMR, and I tried it years ago on a experimental channel, and it was not well received by people. They said it was creepy, or they said it was just wasn't their thing, and it really discouraged me from wanting me to try it again. And then I thought, well, what if it's through my Sona? What if it's a different approach? Instead of me, waving my hands in front of the camera or rustling a piece of paper in front of the camera, what if it's an experience? What if it's something where instead of me trying to create textures and noise with objects, it's me telling a story. It's me treating somebody, giving them the experience of personal attention, and not so much trying to get them to like weird sounds, maybe something that they're not used to, but maybe just more like a personal connective touch. And I thought that well, it seems like it may have worked. It might have been a good choice. And I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Excuse me. And Starlit Fox, let's see. Based off the cat, Sunny, but Starlit was raised by a family of foxes. Oh, I like that. That's a nice backstory, and it's good to have backstories with your characters. It's not necessary always to have a backstory, but like with my Sona coaster, it was my that was my first Sona. I do have others, but for years, Coaster didn't actually have a backstory, and he does. He does now have a backstory. I actually had to think about like why I call myself a TeaFox. Why is he? My Sona is a blue Arctic TeaFox, and first of all, reason why the name is Coaster is because it's the opposite of stress. It's the opposite of worry. It's the opposite of not finding peace. What coaster is signifying for me is to signify when things are going well, that you can coast along through life and things don't hold you back, things aren't difficult. And that's the time when you can coast along and not have to feel the burden of worry and stress. And that's why they came up with the name Coaster. And the reason for TeaFox, for T, is because I wanted to create something that was my own, that I felt was original. But then I got inspired because of the Fox the Fox Ron on I think it's called Fox Albie Azul on YouTube. Great video, great channel, by the way. And that gave me the idea for using that as a Sona. And then art by Tan Shuhai. The artist Tan Shuhai also inspired me to want to use the fox as my Sona. The reason for the Arctic is because I love the cold. Believe me, you would not believe it. What you're seeing me wear now is what I would wear on a January afternoon, like going to work, short sleeve, at the most a long sleeve. The cold is my thing. I love the cold. Anything over 70 degrees is start to get warm and uncomfortable. But Excuse me, pardon me. Uh, let's see here. I'm gonna try to make sure I read everybody's comment. Oh, thank you first, that Matt. I appreciate your compliment. Thank you. Yeah, it was fun to do, and I actually did it in one take. I did do some editing with the audio, but I was actually extremely stressed that day, and I was going to do an actual recording of myself doing ASMR, and I was just so like I was really aggravated with a lot of things, and I just said, "Scrap it. I am just going to tell a story. I'm just going to create a moment where I just have this thing where I'm delivering the personal attention to somebody, and I'm going to mean what I'm saying. I'm going to treat it as if there's really somebody there in front of me, and I'm giving them the attention for myself to them." And that helped me cut down some of that stress and help me just kind of turn that into a positive energy in a way, if that makes sense. Let's see. And Talon Fox, it says, I mixed the first three letters of my name, Talon, and the first two letters of my middle name, James, but I instead pronounce the J-A in James as Ja. Okay, so. Okay, that makes sense. That's a great way to combine different letters in a name to create a new one. That's actually pretty nice. I should look into that for rebranding my old YouTube channel, because I do have another channel, but I haven't uploaded to that channel in almost 3 years, and I wanted to. I really would like to get back into that channel and make that my flagship channel. Kind of a long story there, but Channel Coaster, the TeaFox, the one that I'm on now, is that was like a redeeming grace kind of channel. It helped me reset my outlook on life, on things, because I was going through some really difficult times. I mean, I was really freaking depressed and all that yada yada stuff, and discovered furry fandom through. I actually am a huge fan of transformation art. Transformation art is like love it. Transformation through magic, transformation through fursuits. Love that stuff, and that's what led me to finding furry fandom art. And most of all, Tanshu art. Tanshu is one of my favorite artists, and that's what led me to the thing of like, oh my gosh, fursuits! I want one. I said I'm going to make myself one, and probably about a year before I actually made my fursuit, I launched my channel, and really wasn't sure what I was going to put on it. Wasn't really sure what it was going to be about, except I just wanted to experiment and embrace something new, something that felt like I could have some kind of control over my life again, where it didn't always feel like everybody that I knew was doom and gloom, and I'm just like, I want to have fun and live a little bit, this kind of thing. Go and take a look here. Yes, music. I was going to say for Starlit. Yeah, music definitely is a great escape for me. I was going to play some actually while this live stream is going on, but I'm not exactly sure if my microphone would pick it up or whatnot. But it's not super necessary unless you all would like me to play some music. It's copyright free, so there's no worry about like YouTube coming after me and doing the copyright infringement notification, which I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Please, Susan, don't take away my channel, kind of thing. But yeah, it really depends on my mood. Music too, like EDMs. I do like electronic dance music. I like music with a heavy beat. I'm actually more for instrumentals than vocals. Vocals are fine, but like if I really need to concentrate and study, it's got to be instrumental for me. Peppermint Cookie. You say, I don't have a Sona, but the reason why I wanted a fursuit is because I feel insecure. It might help me cope with it. And I just wanted to know how it feels to wear one. I can understand that. I can definitely relate to what you mean by that. I would definitely say there's nothing wrong with wanting to find out what one is like. I would say after, after Cabona virus is past us, if you go to a fur meet or whatnot, or if you know someone that may have a fursuit, you could possibly ask them if they could let you see what it's like because you're curious about it. I mean, I have been. Let me see. I was good friends with a maker once upon a time, and they wanted to know if I would model their fursuit for them for a photo shoot. And I did. And that was the first time I was actually in a full fursuit, complete, like tail, hand paws, head, everything. And it felt really nice. It did feel nice. It felt like I became someone else. It was nice. Um, a fursuit alone is not going to fix problems that you may have with oneself, but it can give you a way to get through those difficult times. It can give you a way to get through them, but it's not the cure. I would definitely say I would say fursuits. It's something that treats the symptom, but you definitely should look for a way to fix the cause. Now, if that means giving you a way, a place and a time to heal or to reflect or just get a grip on reality or whatever it is you're looking for, I don't see a problem with that. But it should not be your go-to fix-all solution. Because those are fun. Those are fun. It's fun for it's called escapism, and that's totally fine. Some people use music. Some people use fursuits, and as long as you are not destroying yourself, destroying other people, then I would say go for it. As long as you're not causing harm to people. I'm sorry, I'm not keeping up as much as I should. I do apologize. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I'm reading everybody's messages here. Yeah. I love to dream. I was just gonna say, dreaming is something where you can be what you want to be, and just you can do anything. And one of the one of the greatest things that I actually have dreamt about, and I don't mean just by sleep dreaming. I mean actual like inspiring. Is I want to make the world a better place. I want to leave my mark on mankind on the earth. So so not just for myself. Not only can they know that I once existed, that I did something, that I left my mark, that I can prove that I once existed, but that I left a positive impact behind, that I did something that can be remembered by, that I gave back, that I didn't take all the time, that I just made the world a better place than when it was when I found it. And that's one of my greatest drives that keep me going sometimes. As I try to do it for sometimes I do it for myself, and I don't want to be a selfish person. And I remember that I shouldn't be doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the people. I'm doing it for the people that support me, the people that give me the words of encouragement, the people that believe in what I'm doing, sometimes more than what I do. And that means the world to me, and I really appreciate that. Let's see. Lunatic for Life says you are lurking. My head hurts. I'm going to lay down. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hope you feel better. Get some rest. Feel good soon. Get super well. Get super better. Have some cookies. Have some milk and cookies. Oh yes, I do like some Owl City music tracks. I'm not super savvy on pop music, but I do find some of the songs they give me that what how should you say it? It's like a bright bright, powerful, hopeful sound, like I guess like reaching for the stars, so to speak. And I'm sure you're familiar with the song. Forgive me if I'm butchering the name of the song. I think it's not Firefly, is it? Fireflies. Oh goodness, it's amazing how like I will listen to music and I will miss what the title of it is called. But I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's it went platinum at least twice. It went platinum at least twice. And it's actually the only song that did go platinum by them, at least if I recall. And part of it is because the artist wanted to follow their own vision for music, and they didn't allow the big media to push and dictate what kind of music they created. And I think that creates a unique sound. I really do. I sometimes going against the grain might not be what brings you the most success, but if it gives you the fulfillment that you're looking for, then I'd say go for it. Like that's what that artist did. And I would say one of the things that are really neat too about that singer's the lead singer's vocal is how you can hold a solid, clean note, and that's something that I wish I could do. Is because I do sing sometimes, but I can't get that crisp higher register like that. It's just yeah. Let's see. Owl City. Mm. Yeah, I am for myself. I would say for singing, I am a slow. I sing ballads. Ballads. I can do like some faster pieces, but I do like pieces like the Josh Groban kind of slow pieces. I might even do a song coming up on the channel. Coming up on the channel, if anybody would like me to do that one day, it would be a cover. It would be a cover piece, but I would definitely do it if you want me to. I can, yeah, because I'm always looking for new ideas to add to the channel, to create some fresh. Let people know that I don't just talk all the time. That I actually can do other things. At least I think I can. But gosh, I look so sad sitting in that chair. Man, why do I look so fat? Oh my gosh. Drag. But anyway, something else I wanted to tell you all as well too is coming up soon. I haven't made this announcement public yet, but coming up soon for the Dare challenges that I have coming up on my channel. I actually have. Well, I have some of those the dares and questions already marked down, ready to go in a video. But there is something huge that I wanted to share that I have planned for that. And if anyone only hears about it in this live stream, then so be it. But there's going to be a massive balloon balloon explosion. There's going to be a basically I'm going to I haven't told anyone this yet before, like openly, but I am going to take and blow up one balloon for every subscriber I have and fill up my bedroom as far as the capacity can go with every single one of those balloons. Now, I have not made this announcement public yet, but I'll kind of just since you're watching the stream, I'm going to let you all in on that little secret there. So you can tell people if you want, but you know, all the same, everybody will know eventually. But I just want you to know that first, since you're watching the stream, and I appreciate that. Oh yeah, I think my mate will be able to join me with that tomorrow. I think so, but I'm going to grab some inflation pumps, and that'll help me blow up the balloons super quickly. It's because I calculated that it's going to take me about 2 hours and some change to blow up all those balloons. But with 2 pumps, I could knock it back by a good 30 minutes to an hour, possibly. You know something? I've never actually ran through that many balloons before. But over 1,000 balloons. That's a lot of latex. A lot of balloons. And I actually already ordered the balloons, so they're already here. But I just gotta get them out. There's be multiple colored balloons too, tons of different colors, multiple colors. I think there's even some metallic balloons in there somewhere. But I don't think I've ever seen somebody do that before, and I thought it'd be a really cool idea to do. Blow up a balloon for every subscriber. Probably be a time-lapse video. And since the upstairs room that I would be doing it has a large bay window, it's going to look amazing when I pull the curtains back and the sunlight pours in and hits all those colors. And then I'm just going to run through the balloons and have other people run through the balloons as well, and have the camera recording as we do this. Oh man, gosh, it sounds like so much fun. Excuse me. Let's see. I'm not sure if everybody's still in the oh. I do apologize. My the live chat was not scrolling down to the rest of your messages. And you were messaging me, and I do apologize if I did not see it, because the YouTube just didn't decide to show me the rest of your messages. It's underscore card cringe. What is cringe? Me? Probably. You're probably right. I actually looked at my old videos on my old channel, actually realized just how cringy I sounded. Because most of you may not know this, but I actually suppress quite a strong Southern drawl. I actually suppress it. If you hear me talking really quickly, you will actually hear my Southern drawl, and I try to not have that happen very much. But in my old videos, you can actually hear my Southern drawl quite a bit, and it makes me sound even more cringier than I would be other than that. Let's see. Peppermint cookie. Everybody has their opinion. It's I'm not offended. And if hopefully, it doesn't really matter. Even if it was offended, whatever the case, it's an opinion. I don't mind. Everybody has their opinion. It's fine. You know something? I know I'm cringy, and I'm okay with it. Sometimes I'm just a cringy person. And you know something else? You need the cringe in the world for stuff to not be cringy, because you can't have non-cringy stuff without having cringy things. Just like you can't have, hot without cold. You can't have, beauty without ugly. You can't, that's just how it is. You need the antonym, the opposite of, for the other to exist. Two sides of the same coin. Let's see. Silhouette is a great song, actually. I've seen the music video as well. I do like Silhouette. You can really feel the deep struggles of the character, and I like how they brought it to life through the animation. It's really gorgeous. Yeah. Yes, that is going to be a lot of balloons indeed. A. Johnson. Hi. Hi. Hey there. And 59 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't put on a winter's coat, until it gets below 0. That's when I put on my winter coat. I think I have Northern European blood in my DNA, or DNA in my blood, whatever you want to say, and that's why I can tolerate the cold. Yeah, my mom can tolerate the cold like nobody's business. I can tolerate the cold. My brother cannot. He's more of a hot house plant, more so, or not. Just saying, like, yeah. When it comes to cold, I'm all in. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll take air conditioner full blast in the summer. I'll take Like right now, the temperature in the house, I have it set to 69. That's as hot as I like it to get in here, basically. Because apparently, it turns out that when I'm actually working on stuff, I will heat up. Like I actually get really hot and actually have to like lower the temperature even more. Yeah. Uh. Oh yes, TeaFox. That silhouette. Yes, that was. I think it was fan made, and I call it a music video for that reason. But it is an animation. Yeah, if you look it up, it's um, yes, but that's the one. That's the one I'm referring to. It is a really beautiful made piece. It's kind of like how the Kesha song um, "Gonna Die Young." That song, how that was turned into a fan made music video, and that thing is just like ridiculously popular. It's like over 65 million views. I like that. I actually do like that one as well. Uh, Wild One. I like the song Wild One. That's pretty good. I'd love to do a Fursuit dance competition with that song. I really would like to try that. I've been in two dance competitions so far at at conventions. My first one was in 2017. My second was at the first year of Anthro Northwest in 2017 in Seattle. That one is the one that I can kind of say I'm a little proud of that dance competition. My first dance competition, I don't even want to talk about that one. That one did not go so hot. That was not definitely more embarrassing than not because I didn't really know how to dance at that one. Let's see. I don't remember there being peppermint cookies. Random question: what if YouTube was only uploading live stream instead of videos? Then I guess you would be watching. I guess you'd be watching live news at that point. I would say it'd be a lot like watching live news. Basically, that's what it would be because like most news that you see is pre-recorded, like a few hours before it actually goes on air. But if you're watching a live news report, that's basically what it would be. That would be interesting though, because you could see like every aspect of what goes into making a person like who they are more so now. You get to see under the show business. You get to see under the polish, under the filters and the editing. You get to see the true raw material, which is it's a lot like a musical, almost like a play. Everything is there happening in the moment. There's no second chances. You do it once, and that's it. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of like the Truman Show. If any of you have ever seen that, it's a great film. Jim Carrey stars in that Truman Show, where there's this young man by the name of Truman, and he's living in a world where things, it's very typical everyday life and such, but he starts noticing that things about his existence seem a bit artificial, and it turns out that for his for basically his whole life he was on television and never knew it. He was having his life live streamed from when he was a baby till that point on, and everything around his town was fabricated to make him feel that he was living in a real reality, when in fact people were watching him from the outside in the real world, treating him as if he was a hamster in a cage. Everything, like if he got too curious, there would be diversions to keep him in that place, to keep him in that mental cage, so he wouldn't go beyond what they wanted him to do. And then they're like, he's so conditioned to this that he's never going to leave this, even if we reveal the truth to him. But it's a good movie. It's almost like breaking free from the coils of society in a sense. It really is a movie that you can kind of take it as you will, but it is a good movie. I definitely would recommend that. The Truman Show. I think it's from 1997. Yeah, it's got some good acting, good emotions in that. Also, I apologize if clearing my throat is a bit loud. I'll try not to do that too much. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually stitching the hair closed because I already sewed the top of it. About, I guess you would say, I'm going to go ahead and stitch down to about here. And then I'm going to turn it inside out and then stitch up the rest of it. Excuse me. Sorry. But this is kind of what we're getting here with the hair. The hair is two-toned with that nice split going down the middle, which I think looks pretty cool. That's kind of what we're going for so far. Excuse me. I'm actually not that great at creating hair. Like the hair that you see on my fursuit on my Sona, which is kind of actually downstairs. Actually downstairs right now. That one is it is literally just a trace on top of the head where there's space, and the hair was cut from 2 pieces of fabric, put together, and just stitched one way and put on top. There's a little secret about my Sona's hair that I will reveal eventually, but not just yet. A little something that you may not know about it. Yes, that song definitely does make you feel like you just want to get up and just dance and like break all the barriers. It just feels awesome. Feels like you just want to go wild with it. It's pretty nice. Oh yeah, gotta do the thing. There we go. You know, I might break out some music for you all just to kind of fill the gaps between my ramblings. Let's see, I have nearly a full battery on my computer, so I'll go ahead and grab the speakers. I actually have some nice high-definition speakers. Got these from Staples back in, what was it, 2011 or something? I don't know what it is, but technology from back in like 2010, 2011, fantastic. I just cannot find technology nearly as versatile, as dynamic, as just... And this is a PC kind of guy talking. Like, I mean, there's probably better stuff out there, but like, I have a camera that's from 2010. It's a Sony Handycam camcorder, and it's a dinosaur. It is old. It's been dropped. It's got cracks in it, but it records the best audio, and it's got the best zoom lens where you can hold up a quarter, and zoom up to the date, and it's crystal clear. I cannot find a camera anywhere that does it that well. So let's see here. I have 2 tabs open. How the heck do I... Ah, okay. And I also have a computer from 2010 or 2011. And that thing is, it has 3 USB ports in it, 3. And an audio jack, and a microphone jack, and a charger port, and a CD-ROM disk drive, and a number pad on the side of it. This one here only has 1 USB port, 1 charger port, and 1 audio jack, and no computer pad, and no CD-ROM disk drive. I'm just like, why not? Why not have this? Because I don't see a reason why technology should advance to the point where you start cutting out the little things here and there, which make everything compact. It's what I feel what made stuff what it is. Huh. Well, I might not be able to make music because I cannot find my the wire that goes to my speakers. Maybe it's in here, or maybe it's in here. I will find it for you. I'm pretty sure I just dropped it in here. Well, we do have... Here it is. I found it. Yeah, these speakers are like phenomenal. They've got really good sound. I really like these speakers. Let's see. I hope this is the right one. Yep, this is it. I found it. Yes. You know how hard it is to actually find stuff that actually gets found like on the first try? Yeah, that's something else. Okay, so we got that. And I love these, what is it here? My cord, my plug. I actually have a plug over here. It's got a little hook, so you can actually hang the wire up on something. And then it's got, it's just really handy. I really appreciate that a lot. Okay. Do we have power? Oh, wait. I didn't plug it into the speakers yet. I feel so silly. Oh my gosh. I feel like a derp nugget. Okay. I am probably going to have to move the speakers over here so I can actually have my thing here working properly. Can this rotate? Yes, it can. Okay. At least that is a good advanced technology, having your computer screen rotate. I think that's a cool touch. Even Peppermint Cookie says, I even wrote the title of the song for my story, but I never began writing it because of limited time, boredom, and writer's block. I was going to say, that's okay. It's all right to have writer's block. It happens to everybody. Even the best writers suffer writer's block. It's nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be upset about. If you ever feel like you need something to, to help relieve that, just watching other people create can actually inspire you and actually help relieve that writer's block. Watching other people create, having different experiences, even moving on to different subjects can actually revitalize that that area that you wanted to work on, and you're like, oh my goodness, I feel motivated to actually try this now, something of that nature. Okay, I have my speaker on. Let's see if I can actually turn this on without blowing out my eardrums. Okay. Okay, there we go. We have music. We have some kind of music. Cool. All right, that's awesome. Okay. Gonna head back over to the thing here. Okay, Talon has a question. How about making foam bases? How would I happen to make a base smooth? There are, as far as I know, there are two types of foam bases that you can create that do not require let me think what I'm trying to say. If you mean this kind of foam base, the greatest way to make your foam smooth is build up your general shape that you have the best you can. And if it comes to an area such as, like, one of the hardest areas to get smooth is cheek and the nose bridge, one of the hardest areas to get smooth. I actually find that if your foam is bumpy, I will get to the point of smoothing out your foam, but if your foam is bumpy, take a piece of fleece, the thinnest fleece you can find, and you want to stretch it out as much as you can, and you hot glue it down over top of your foam. Instantly smooth. When you go to fur your fursuit head, you're not going to have the lumps and bumps show through nearly as much, if at all. That's if you have bumpy foam. If you have foam that you want smooth and you haven't tried the second method I'm going to mention, take a sharp pair of scissors, get a knife sharpener, scissor sharpener rather, run it through a few times, get it nice and sharp. And you want to go with the edges of your foam like so. Just very gently till you smooth it all out. I will demonstrate this area right here. It's a little bumpy. It's just a little rough. I'll fix that. See these little fine pieces? That's all you take off. Going right on the edge, like this. These are very sharp. These are quite sharp. They're sharp enough to actually cut the hair off your skin. But you just glide it along. Go this way, like this, if you want to smooth. You go this way if you want to remove more material. And you're following the length of this. If you're going this way, it will remove more material. Basically, you'll take off bigger chunks. If you go this way, you'll have a little more control, and you'll get a smoother transition. Now, this way can take a while to get it, but it's going to create a really smooth foam. Another way you can create really smooth foam, take a super thin piece of foam. If you have an area that's rough and you just can't get it smooth, take that super thin piece of foam, no thinner than 1/8 of an inch, and you want to glue that over that area. Instant, perfectly smooth foam. See how the ears are in the back here? These were actually cut from a larger piece of foam, but this is the smooth side. And that's what you're going to end up getting if you overlap this over top of rougher foam. You'll get nice, smooth evenness. Ultimately, as well, if you have the issue with your fur getting bumpy or lumpy, or if you feel like you just can't get your foam super smooth, don't worry. You don't need to have super perfectly silky smooth foam to create a great fursuit shave. The great way to do that, the actual best way to do that, is pre-shave your fur. Pre-shave your fur by taking the fur color that you're going to be having. Make sure your patterns are marked with the right length of fur that you're going to have. If you're using fur for the face area, like the nose bridge, the eyebrows, the muzzle, the jaw, you're going to use a blade called a number 5 or a number 7. I would say start with a number 5. Pre-shave your fur. Do that before you do any gluing, any sewing, because then what you do is you cut out your design. Of course, use a razor blade to cut the back of the fur so you don't cut into the fur itself. And then what you do next is you'll take your give me a second, what I'm trying to say here. Oop, I just lost my needle. It fell inside the spool of thread. But basically what you do then is when you get it sewn together and you put it over your fursuit head, you don't glue the whole head. You don't smear glue, hot glue all over your foam. Because what that's going to do, it's going to create hard patches here, here, here. Your foam is not going to have that squishy give. That's why people have the foam heads, because they're going to have that give, that cushion. If you have glue everywhere, it creates a hard shell on the surface, and it just sounds like you're hitting on a helmet. This is why that's bad. That's going to create uneven areas that you just cannot smooth out, because the fur has no room to give, because it's already anchored down to the foam in every single spot. So what you end up doing is you tack down the fur in key areas where you know the fur absolutely needs to be tacked down. Where the muzzle meets the cheeks, on the inside of the eyes, on the edges of the bridge of the eyebrows, inside the mouth, corners of the mouth, and then back behind the base of the ears. Because if you have this pattern to the shape of your fursuit head, it's going to hug it like a glove. No matter what you do, it's going to fit perfectly, because it's going to have the pattern that's already been taped from the shape of your base. So then, when you do have that, everything's all glued down in those areas. When you go to shave it, the fur is going to glide evenly with your shaver, and you're going to get smooth, consistent shaving. You're not going to have those lumps and bumps nearly as much, if at all. And then you'll have that look that almost just seems like your fursuit has a skin that's that color of your sona, instead of it being just fur. That's how neat and crisp your sewing can get because of that technique. Let's take a look here. Creature Galore, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Just wondering, you say, just wondering, how could collecting things help you with inspiration and motivation? I would say, what makes you smile? What makes you excited? What do you normally watch? Who do you normally watch? What do you do in your spare time? What kills boredom for you? I would say, I would say, I would say ask yourself questions as well. Ask yourself questions like, let's say, for example, you don't know how to be inspired. I would say researching. Researching is a great way. It's not the same for everyone. There's no cookie cutter method, but what really works for myself is when I'm lacking inspiration, is I gorge on other artworks or other things that other people create. And then when I see how awesome it was and how it makes me feel excited, it makes me feel like I want to do that too. I want to do something huge like that. And then I'm like, well, heck, now I want to try something. I want to experiment. I want to try something on my own and see what I can do. And it's something that comes from inside. It's not something that you can bestow on somebody and say, why aren't you inspired? You should be inspired. You need to do this. You need to do that. It's about finding that trigger that hits you just right and releases that creative energy inside of you. Because everybody has some kind of creative energy inside of them. It's just finding that key that fits to unlock it. I'm still trying to get my needle out of my thread. I don't know how I did that. I pushed the needle inside too far and it got stuck. I'm just wondering. A. Johnson, a tribute to Lemonade Coyote, Gone but Not Forgotten. I had heard news of Lemonade Coyote. I didn't join the fandom until 2016. I'm sorry if they, if you had followed them. I'm sorry for that loss. I've seen I think I've seen a few pictures of them, but did they have a? Were they on YouTube? I'm not super familiar with them, but I am sorry that that you had to bear that loss. Put that there. Peppermint cookie. I don't. Yeah, same. I don't. I did not know them, but I hope that they are not suffering, and I hope that they lived a good full life. Definitely hope they lived a good full life. I cannot get this needle out. Wow, looks like I won't be sewing anymore. Oh goodness, this needle. I've actually used several different types of needles over the years, and the best kind that I found are the Singer gold-tipped needle eyes. Literally, the eye of the needle is dipped in gold. It's really nice. It helps keep the thread from ripping and shredding into your thread. It makes sewing a little easier. It makes threading the hole easier. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Hellos. I'm going to try to say the name correctly here. Yizutu Takina. I hope I said it correctly. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, thanks, Talon. I did manage to get the needle out finally. I had to peel off all the stickers that were on the outside of my my thread, spool thread thing. Turn up the music. Here. Yeah. Yeah, I like music with a heavy beat. It helps me get into the groove of creating, and yeah. It sounds very 90s almost, the kind of instruments I'm hearing in this. Ooh, we got some good beats coming up. And I could sure go for some fried chicken right now, actually. Oh gosh, fried chicken sounds so fantastic. Popeye's fried chicken. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like I used to like KFC, and just I something about it in the past decade or so. It's just not what it used to be. But that spicy Cajun chicken from Popeyes is just, oh, it's so good with the biscuits. It's great. Okay, I got the needle out. It's all threaded, ready to keep continuing, and keeping and all. Oh, this is dubstep. That's why it's got some kick to it. I like dubstep. Oh my gosh, especially if we're going at a convention and the raves are going on. I just like to kick me up some dubstep. There you go. Um, is that question for me, Peppermint Cookie? If it is, I have an answer. I definitely have an answer for that. Yeah, up until 2016, I didn't even know the furry fandom really existed. As growing up as a kid, I was huge fan of basically of transformation of people being turned into creatures, and um, like just uh, Land Before Time was my thing. It was my jam when I was growing up. Land Before Time. I have every video up until the invasion of the tiny dinosaurs, because that's the last episode that I collected. But I have all the classics. I have all of those. I have most of the Disney Masterpiece collection. I've seen just about every Disney movie there was up until the mid 2000s. I just I love the ability of a, just the ability of a creature that has a personality, that just has something that attracts me to it. I'm not quite sure how to place it. Just that's one thing that was like part of me growing up. But what actually attracted me to furry fandom was just, like I said previously, the transformation art is one thing that connected me strongly to it. And then the feeling that like I could actually belong to something that's bigger than just a hobby or something that I kind of like. It's something that's a community. And the artwork was just beautiful. It made me feel alive. It made me feel like I was wanted. It felt like an adventure waiting to be taken, like something new, something refreshing. Instead of just me working at a fast food place and coming home and going to the gym and just looking at YouTube videos and making a few here and there about coin collecting, I could harness my inner artist and such, because I had done some artwork, but this opened up a whole new field to me. I'm just like, I love it. I love this. It's like, yes, I can pretend to be a fantasy creature when I want, and it's my character. I get to break loose from just being me, just a very mundane human person, to something that's completely, extraordinary, something that's fresh, something that can do whatever I want to do. But let's see here. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, but 2016 is when it was actually June 1st, 2016. And I would say the reason why it was June 1st, 2016 is that is the date 6 years after my most favorite first pet I ever had, my first kitty cat, Angel. Her name was Angel, and she had passed away in 2010 on June 1st. And then I was like, June 1st, I'm just gonna go ahead and come out and say it's call myself a furry and just go ahead and adopt that identity. And that's something that's a term I don't hear very much anymore, is the term coming out as a furry. I don't hear that very much as I used to. 2016 was the year of the bottle flipping. It was the year of the fidget spinner. It was the year of Zootopia. It's when all the furries were talking about like coming out as a furry, and it's just like it's kind of the jargon of the decade of that year. And I don't. It's nothing really to be ashamed of calling it that. It's just something that some people might get a little confused of. You're like, coming out? What do you mean by coming out? It's like, oh, as I like animals. I like to dress up in costumes. I like to pretend that I'm a mythical creature. I like to pretend I'm an original character. I like to pretend that I don't have to always be just this. Like, there's more than just this. You can be whatever you want to be. You can create. Go beyond the restraints of society, as long as you're not breaking the law and as you're finding happiness. There's nothing really that can stop you. Just really. And a lot of my stuff that I actually ended up doing first is I wanted to get into digital drawing because I always admired speed painting. Speed painting was huge for me. I love speed painting, especially Tan Shuhai. I wish he would upload more. Um, he took a really long break from uploading on YouTube, but check out Tan Shuhai on YouTube. That's THANSHIUE, or is it IA? I can't spell his name properly, but fantastic artist. One of my first inspirations also for creating my identity as a blue Arctic TeaFox. Yeah, because I originally was going to do the hybrid wolf fox mix. I'm like, I feel like everybody's doing that. I felt like everybody was doing that, and I just like, it's fine for now. And I actually had my first Sona name. Let me check the things here. Creature galore. I mean, looking at art does also help me get some inspiration, motivation, but also sometimes watching movies or TV shows helps as well. But if that didn't help you, then would doing a different hobby help? Like, if you're not sure of a hobby to do, like basically, if you find something that you enjoy watching, give it a try. Just see if it's something that you like trying yourself. It's pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. Like when I was growing up, I used to do fishing. I eventually found out that it wasn't for me. I was like, oh, fishing, catch fish. This should be fun, and I wanted to try it just because I wanted to try to see what it was like. And after so many times, and after I did catch fish, I'm just like, oh, this is it. Oh, okay. It just wasn't for me. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, like with art, I found out that oil pastel is not for me. I mean, I tried oil pastel. I tried oil painting. I wasn't horrible at it. I wasn't that really bad, but it just wasn't my thing. Traditional art, I still really do enjoy traditional art, but digital art is something that I just expanded upon and just like, gosh, this is so many possibilities. Create so many textures, so many different types of effects, impressions, stories. You can just go on and on and on. It's endless. You need a YouTube thumbnail made. You just open up a Paint Tool Sci file and create a thumbnail with artwork that you've made, or you just draw up a little something, a little sketch. It doesn't need to be fantastic. It's just part of what you do. And that's what makes artwork so great, is that you can always improve. You can always get better. Sometimes it takes a while, or sometimes you improve quickly. You just don't give up on it. Just keep going with it. We got here. We had 325 Birmingham, Alabama, damage from a violent tornado. Were you in the damage zone? Were you in the area of the tornado? Hopefully you were okay, and hopefully nothing was damaged from that. Yeah, tornadoes are some pretty scary business. I can say that I have not been directly in the path of a tornado, but I've definitely been in tornado warning areas, tornado watch areas, and I've been through quite a few hurricanes. The worst hurricane I can recall was Hurricane Ivan in 2005. That was that was like go down in the basement kind of weather, like hide, like get out of the. You can't be upstairs. You have to go downstairs in the basement. Torrential downpours, lightning, like the loudest lightning I can even remember. It was ridiculous. Just about like some trees got knocked down and such, but I think the bulk of the storm moved to the east, but we got a lot of the rain, a lot of the rain and the lightning. So I guess you could say that got spared that time, which was good. Um, but around the Mason-Dixon area, like I'm just going to let you know, I'm currently around the central portion of PA, the south central area. And we are really blessed to not get super, super bad storms, but we do get a lot of rain. But when we do get a bad storm, it's bad. Like, you got hail hitting the windows and such, but we don't get them often, which is a good thing, because the mountains in these areas kind of guide the storm either to the west or to the east. But like I said, if it does happen to actually enter the valley area, it's pretty bad. Yes. Let me find here. Yeah, Talon, that's totally up to you. You don't have to say you're part of any fandom per se. It's the furry fandom really is what you make it to be, what you want to get from it, what you're really looking for, and like you don't have to consider yourself part of it if you don't want to be. That's totally fine. All you know is that it's your character. You do with it what you will, and that's totally fine. And I respect that. That's totally fine. But you are welcome to no matter even if it's furry fandom is an overall umbrella way of labeling a group of people that that like to go beyond just the human aspect of things and dress up as part animal or just express themselves in a different way, have an original character, and if it has fur and if it looks like a dog and and whatever, that's fine. It's just the scope that so much can fit into. Yeah, I definitely hope you can attend your next FurCon. I hope you enjoy it. They are really great. Don't plan on seeing everything on the first con, and don't be disappointed. But focus on a few events that you absolutely know that you want to attend. Find some information about them, and then plan those days specifically for those events. Because if you don't, you're going to spread yourself too thin, and you're not going to get the full experience from those events that you did attend. So knock it down to a few that you absolutely know you want to attend, and enjoy the convention that way. There will be other times, other conventions to experience everything, but that's the smaller, high quality experience is the way to go when you go to a convention, especially if it's your first one. Yeah. I would also say smaller conventions might be a great way to start, because if you go to the large ones, you might get a little overwhelmed, and it might cause you to want to zoom around to like every place and not get the full experience. Because like Anthrocon, oh my gosh, it's huge. It's like every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes, there's a different panel going on, there's a different event going on. And if you don't know your way around there, you can get lost and miss out on something. So it's great to plan for just a few events, excuse me, and try to get the experience that way. And you will get a great experience through that. And if possible, try to have a person there that is willing to take photographs too, so that way you get some really great shots. Because selfie sticks are fine. They're a little hassle if you got big hand paws sometimes. How's this looking here? We still got lots of battery life on this thing. Gosh, that's amazing. MAJ Brony, number one, yes, we did find Fed. It was it was part of an April Fool's things, and if it worried any people, we deeply apologize for causing any kind of inconvenience. It was just meant to be an April Fool's thing. I'm really bad at pranks, so yeah, I probably won't be doing something like that again. But I actually got the idea from Zusha Wolf. the deaf fursuit, or the deaf furry on YouTube. He said that he had a video and said that his fursuit was robbed, and I watched the video and I was like all like believing everything, and then I'm just like, wait, what the heck? And then I looked at the comments and then looked at the rest of the video and like, oh Zusha, you pulled a fast one on us. Oh my gosh. And then I thought, well, maybe if we did something similar to that, and considering that it was supposed to be that magic was missing, I wasn't I wasn't considering that possibly some people would think it was actually like missing person, and I was like, oh well, I should fix that right away. So a few hours after I posted that, then I let everyone know that it wasn't meant to be a real missing person. It was meant to be a prank that the character magic was missing, not so much as an actual person missing. But but a lot of people tell me that, like just like try to be more considerate. Like, okay, I won't do that again. I don't want to cause any misfortune. People are like, okay, it's fine. Just like okay. But I will just say we did get that filmed in one take, which was quite impressive actually. One take. Um, yeah, and actually, so some of you may not actually know this. Some of you, but Magic is actually not my mate's actual Sona. That is a character that she adopted a few years ago. Her actual Sona is Angst. Angst Fenwolf is her actual real Sona, and her alternative one, because she's gender fluid, is Facetious, is her male Sona. And I'm actually creating her fursuit as well. Hers is going to be a resin blank, a resin fursuit head, and it's currently in the other room, so I will be working on that also, possibly during the live stream. I'm trying to keep up with these. I do apologize, I'm not keeping up with them. Let's see, try to be creature galore. Hi at the Shadow Boy. Hi there, Shadow Boy. How you doing? I'm glad you could make it to the live stream. I will try to keep it live as best as I can. But first, some bubbly water. It's refreshing. I don't drink it so much for taste, as so much the fact that it helps cut through the dryness and just the staleness in my mouth. That's what makes it refreshing. It's the bubbliness, not so much the flavor. That's why I like the seltzer. Let's see. Let's see. Creature Galore says, yeah, but I didn't find out trying to be a furry or make fursuits wasn't for me. Oh, I didn't read the previous one. I'm sorry. It was a reply to Peppermint Cookie. I understand that Creature Galore, my in real life friend, thought being a furry means having sexual attraction to animals, and she told me to pray to God because it isn't normal. That is a misunderstanding that sometimes that people automatically start assuming sometimes, and that's not at all what it is. It's just people that sometimes have a slight immaturity, and they just like to dress up and have fun. Because for myself, growing up, I never went trick or treating as a kid. I have never been trick or treating, and I missed out a lot. But I grew up in a conservative household, and just about everything was considered taboo or immoral or whatnot, and a lot of it was due to ignorance. A lot of it was just, I wasn't actually able to experience any of that, and even pursuing a relationship was frowned on, as seeing that the person just wants to use me or whatever. And but furry fandom actually did bridge that a little bit for me, actually quite a bit, because actually that's how I got connected with my current mate, is because what is that word? I'm trying to think. Gosh, what is that word? Therian. The word is Therian, and that's where the person believes that they take on the spirit of a certain animal at times, and to feel more comfortable in their human body, they will wear things like ears and a tail sometimes. And that's actually what attracted me to my mate, and actually how her and I first met. We actually met at a Walmart parking lot back in 2017. And I said, like, hey, I really like the tail that you're wearing, and that's how we hit it off from there. I gave her my business card of my Fursuit business, and the rest was history at that point. Let's see. Yeah, fursuit making it's an acquired skill. I jumped into it really prematurely. Most of my reasons for jumping in so suddenly is I found a way to make some quick cash because I needed it, because I had some pretty severe financial difficulties that came upon my life. I had a car accident. I had hospital bills. I totaled the car in the accident. I had a mountain of hospital bills. The IRS, something went wrong with my taxes, and I owed them money. And I had credit cards that were climbing in interest, and I didn't have enough money to pay everything off. And I needed a car. And I'm just like, I can't afford all this. What am I going to do? And then people needed fursuits to be made. I'm like, there's an opportunity here to actually make an income here, and started taking on some commissions, and probably more than likely took on way more than I was capable of handling. And I'm trying to get these done for people at this time, but it's the only thing I had to turn to at that moment. I really couldn't make money any other way. I was working full time. I was working overnights. I had car payments. I was trying to support my mate because they were still looking for work, and it was rough. It was pretty rough, but the fursuits definitely did help it pull through. I would definitely say that it probably burned me in the long run, but at that time it helped me get by and helped me keep my place, so I didn't have to be homeless, which is not a pleasant possibility to think about. Just you end up losing all your possessions. You don't have any your dignity is looked down on, and it's not something I wanted to have happen. Not something I wanted to have take place. I will try to keep up with these as much as possible as well. You fantastic people, I really appreciate you staying with me in this live stream. Thank you so very much. Let's see here. Cookie. Excuse me. So Peppermint Cookie says, I never further elaborated to her about what it means to be a furry because she might judge and force me to stop with what I'm doing. Sometimes you cannot change how a person feels about things. All you can do is try to be as positive as you can, and impact other people's lives through your actions. People will always have prejudice. Prejudice is just something that exists with humanity, but through education, through knowledge, that ignorance can be broken. It can be, you know, nothing cures fear like knowledge. Because fear is through the lack of knowledge, the lack of knowing, the fear of the unknown. And it's better to educate people and let them know that doesn't have to be this way. Here, I will show you. If you don't like it, that's fine. I'll respect your views. But this is how it is, and I have evidence, and take it from there. I'm currently going to stuff the fur tuft, the hair piece. Can't talk. Gosh. From MJ Brony, Peppermint Cookie. Mine are BNA, Beastar, Sonic, Set Tam, Zootopia, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and a very minty Christmas. That's quite an impressive list. I have not really seen many of Beast Stars, but I have seen BNA. I think BNA is a fantastic take on anthropomorphic creatures. It's something I've not seen done really that well until then. I think they really nailed it, showing that a world of humans and talking animals can and does exist, and even potentially could be tied in with Zootopia. Surprisingly, it actually could be tied in as a sister city. It's not something that many people thought of, but I've actually heard that theory kicked around a little bit, and that'd be really a cool possibility. Excuse me, my bad. I apologize. Excuse me. Indigestion. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay, so this piece I'm working on right here is, of course, the hair piece. I'm going to be doing the ladder stitch. What the ladder stitch is going to do is it's going to go across like a ladder. It's going to sew it from the outside. It's something that's kind of a neat little trick. Instead of turning the fabric inside out, I just treat it like so and sew it from the other side. It really does work. It really does. Okay. A little more stuffing just to give it a little more poof. But that's looking mighty fine. That is looking mighty fine. Oh, he's looking so good. Such a good boy. Yes, he is. I actually have access to the entire BNA series if anyone is interested. I found it on Telegram, surprisingly. The app Telegram. I was like, oh my goodness. It took forever for it to download, though, but I found it and I was like, oh, these are actually phenomenal. Wow, I really like that. Because the characters can actually shapeshift from human to animal creatures. And I thought that's a really cool idea. It adds to the transformation aspect, which I absolutely love. Transformation art. Absolutely. I should get more transformation art for my character. Okay, so the hair is stuffed. I think it's got just the right amount of stuffing. Because I want to have some fluff, but not be too rigid. Like almost like a soft pillow, if that makes any sense. Soft pillow. Okay. Make sure I got it back where it needs to be, and I think we're looking perfect. Okay. Okay, so how I do this is I line up the seams and just grab my thread, which is right here. Oh, I need to put more thread on here. I'm kind of running out. Not terrible, though. Goodness, I wish I could go for a cheesecake right now, but I don't have the vehicle. My mate has it. They're at work. They're at their job. Maybe I should ask them to pick me up a cheesecake. Oh my gosh, I could eat a whole cheesecake right now. Oh my gosh. Then I'll gain like 300 pounds. Let's see. Yeah, Sonic. I also appreciate Sonic. I actually played it back in the '90s at Toys R Us when that was a thing, and it's pretty fun. I like Sonic. Sonic Unleashed is also really. I really like the Sonic Unleashed version. That's pretty sweet. Also, I will tell you, my mate is a hardcore gamer, so if you have any video game questions, I would totally recommend on the next live stream or whatnot that you just hit them up. They're really good at that. I think my music stopped. Let me check here. Aha! YouTube does not like to give things away for free very much, so I had to let them know that I'm still interested in hearing this music. Okay. Alright. I've got to move a little faster here, don't I? I'm a slowpoke. Because I like to talk to people. I like to communicate. I like to talk to my friends. Let's see what it says here. So someone's 31. A Johnson, you're saying you're 31 years old, or you've been a furry for 31? I will come back to that because that sounds interesting. Oh, your name is Aaron Johnson, and okay, I see. I'm actually currently 30 years old myself. Had a birthday back in March, and yeah, it happened. Kind of makes me feel old, but I hope I'm not. I don't feel old. Like when I think of the number, I'm like, oh gosh, that's old, and then I'm like, I don't feel old. Like no, my joints don't hurt. I still like to run. I literally run up my staircase like every time I come upstairs. I just like I fly up the stairs because I don't want to get slowed down and broken and tired. I want to keep going like forever. Like when I'm 105, I'm just gonna like still be running and still be jogging and doing like flips and everything. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like I just thinking that like when I was when I first started, like my life starting out, it was the beginning of the internet age. Like, gosh, there were no iPhones, there were no Blackberries, there were no CDs. Like, wait, no, CDs were around, but vinyl records were still being sold. Cassette tapes, I remember the cassette tapes. Those were like the thing of nostalgia. Those things were what people listened to. That's what I grew up listening to was cassette tapes. And then in the early 2000s, it was CDs. And then pretty much after 2005, I just watched YouTube. Like, I didn't have an iPad, an iPhone, or an iPod. Because that was a thing. Yeah, like all my music, I just got off the internet. Good times. Let's see. G5 just announced. Oh, I got a new MLP G5. Oh, I'm gonna try to. I'm keep trying to keep up with everybody. I am sorry, I'm falling a little behind. Oh, delicious. Let's see. Well, thank you. Thank you, MAJ Brony. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably if I ever do something, another kind of joke or whatever, it probably won't be about a missing person because I don't want to worry people or possibly get into legal trouble. That would not be a good idea. I would say one thing. I want to touch back on inspiration, something that I forgot to mention earlier. At times when I am losing inspiration, or if I feel like there's just nothing good happening, or if I just feel blah, exercise. Believe me, it's it's like a dopamine shot. I like to run. Those that don't like to run, just doing some moderate weightlifting, even if it's a push ups, some squats. Oh my gosh, I feel like I could do anything. I feel invincible, unstoppable. Oh gosh, I feel like a new person. I feel like I was given a second lease on life, and it changes my outlook on things. Not only does it improve circulation to your brain, it improves your cardiovascular, it improves your mood, it improves your overall well-being, it improves your blood sugar levels. Exercise is so good for you. Like after I'm done sitting here doing some sewing, I'm probably going to, after the stream is over, go for a run or something, or maybe go to the park. Just getting up and moving around can make a huge difference on your outlook on creativity. It really can. Oh, thank you, A. Johnson. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That was my first fursuit I've actually made was Coaster, my first one. Oh yeah, peppermint cookie. Fur cons. Yes, I would definitely say yes. You're not. You would. It's definitely a good experience. Definitely is. Definitely. It's great to. For my first FurCon experience, I went by myself because I just wanted to absorb everything in my own pace. The second time, I went with a group of people, and it was a blast. If you're not sure with it, you can go by yourself. It's a bit more expensive when you go by yourself because you don't have someone to split the room costs. But if you know other people that you want to go with and you feel confident and such about it, if you know them well and they know you, it can be fun. It can be really a riveting experience. Oh, yes. Oh, Pokey Poke. It's a good needle. I'm actually glad we're getting this sewn up. This is actually looking pretty sweet. Trying to roll these down here. Creature galore. I never dressed up either, so I think that's why my parents aren't agreeing when I did try to fursuit and cosplay. But I really got into cosplaying quite quickly. I'm glad you got into cosplaying. That's great. That's a way to express yourself. And I per se don't cosplay really much, if at all, except for my fursuiting. I really would just love to cosplay as Jack Frost one day. Like, from Rise of the Guardians, he's like one of my favorite non-furry characters. Like, just the brisk. It's just like everything I embrace about the cold wrapped up into one personality. I love Jack Frost. Like, he's my favorite from the Rise of the Guardians. Like, a lot of people like the Sandman, like Sandy. Sandy's cool. Sandy's cool. Jack is just he is like gorgeous. But let's see. Peppermint Cookie, you had a weird dream that you were watching Legoshi at a hotel room making love with someone that resembled Haru's dad. I see. I'm not going to disagree with you. That is weird. That is a little weird. Um, yeah, I would just, move along and just pretend you didn't see that, I suppose. All right, we're getting this done, almost done here. This part. Yeah, I really hope I can get the head patterned out tonight. That would be really nice. Are you still playing? What happened? It is. Hmm. There we go. Whoopsie daisy. Huh. I accidentally messed up my music. It's fine. I can fix it. There we go. There, I fixed it. Okay. We're back in action. And get back to the streamy thing. Okay. Yellow-coated werewolf who I named Chloe in my dream journal, crying while being consoled by JJ, the character from Vinci Pop, who was naked. Um, I had some weird dreams too. Nothing of like that nature, but I've had some pretty interesting dreams before. I think I've had like one or two dreams where I actually was my Sona, which was pretty sweet. I actually did kind of like having a tail and just being myself and having like just it was pretty nice. Having paws, that's pretty nice. It's just some of my dreams get so I guess discombobulated and such. That's kind of hard to tell like exactly what is going on sometimes. But yeah, like dreams have a way of like I've heard some people say dreams can reveal the future to us. Or they can help us figure out our problems. They just dreams are something that can be influenced by so many things. Like for myself, if I have a large amount of caffeine before bed, I will have incredibly vivid dreams. Like I actually dreamt once that I was at this beautiful, I'm talking like yellows and oranges and reds, beautiful autumn colors on a mountain lake. And I was flying a yellow seaplane onto the lake, and I remember standing outside of it and touching the wings, and it was just so vivid, so real, and just so gorgeous. Just I felt like I was really there. It was really nice. Of course, I wasn't really there, but it just felt so real. Like it felt right. And I just hope that like one day in the afterlife, that it actually can be that gorgeous. Because there's just too much beauty to be wasted for things to not exist outside of our own reality. That's just how I feel about it. I just feel like there's just so much that can be found, so much that can be truly appreciated. Hello, Anderson Watkins. How are you doing? creature galore. I just cosplay who I like, and I don't really resemble main characters. That's totally fine. Cosplaying is totally open to interpretation. That's totally fine. You can even cosplay as your original character. That's what it is. You are dressing up. You are becoming someone else. That's totally fine. Yeah, I have seen some of the cosplay channels like on YouTube where people will like transform their face with just makeup, and I'm just like, how do you get it so like, oh my gosh, like this person did I think it was like it was Egyptian styled Egyptian inspired cat makeup, and I just couldn't get over how real it seemed. Like, I think they did wear a prosthetic for the mouthpiece, but they contoured it in such a way that it just popped. Like, it was glorious. And they don't get a lot of views. I'll see if I can find their username, drop that in there, but like they only get like 10,000 views per video, like tops, and they don't have that many subscribers, but their stuff is really good. Let's see. Okay, the hair tuft is done. Let's see how it looks. Hair tuft! It's a tuft of hair. It looks so good. Oh, it's a good looking hair tuft. Now, if you see me brushing in this manner, this is only to brush out the seams. You would normally brush out a fursuit going this way with the brush so you don't rip out the fur fibers. This way is only to get the fur out of the seams that may have gotten stuck in there. That's all, just that kind of thing. Gosh, his hair looks good. I like it. It's good looking hair. All right, let's see how we did. Let's see how we did. So this is the fur that came out. So that's why you don't want to brush this way very often, because that's just from me brushing it that time. There have been a few times where I've had things that happen in a dream actually like come true. It's really weird. I don't tell people about this very much, but back in September 11th, 2001, the night before that happened, I actually had a dream about the events that were about to happen, and I'm not sure why I had that dream, but I remember watching a Western in the dream. I was watching a Western, and I remember changing a channel and seeing a bunch of chaos, bunch of debris falling and such, and it was a news broadcast, but I didn't know what it was about. And the next day that happened, I'm just like, why on earth would I have a premonition of this and not actually have a clear connection to what it was or why I'm experiencing it? Could have been a fluke, but it was just, it happened. I'm just like, why did that have to happen for? It was weird. But anyway, fortunately I didn't know anybody that it happened to, but I did visit New York a few years later and such, and pay my respects and such. So this is what we have so far. Here's the side view. I'm trying to get a good look with this. It's a little tricky, but yeah, it is what it is, you know. Nice, pretty good looking hair. Oh, French nugget. I forgot to put the LED light inside of this, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I can get by without it, because I will let this piece here is actually going to have fiber optics that go up and over the hair, and then the fiber optics will feed in through the tops of the hair. That's my plan. I hope it works, because that's this whole yeah, like you said, makeup's not for everyone, but I think my video got stuck. Check here. I think my live stream is stuck or something. I have to check. I think it got stuck, but maybe it's working now. Let's take a look. Just pulled my microphone off my head. Oopsie daisy. I'll be right back. I just need to make sure everything's working. We'll reconnect you. Just let me know if the stream has stopped. Okay. I was just checking. Sorry to worry anyone. I was just checking because my Okay. Let's see. Okay, I will go ahead and continue with the stream if it's still working. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it says it's still live, so okay. I apologize for the noise my microphone is making. Gradually. Okay. Okay, back to business. Yeah. What ended up happening is my playback showing me my own stream cut out, so I can't actually see myself on the iPad. Excuse me, the laptop. It's not a big deal. Okay, so anyway, back to this. This is what the hair is going to look. How it's going to look. Sit it right there. Perfect. Love it. Now we got to make like 5 more of these, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my magic brush here. Magical brush. Brush. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, if the stream, it says I'm not live. Okay, alright, thank you, Talon. If it's still showing that I just don't want to have people, like, staring at a blank screen or something. Creature galore. Let me check to see your last message. Yes, I did see your message about the premonition. Yes, I did. Ooh, I can zoom in on this thing. I did not realize that. Okay, I kind of like the touchscreen idea, but not when it's a laptop. Tablet-wise, it is kind of nice. Okay, may I have a showing of hands or paws? Basically, whoever is watching this, just post in the comment below so I can see how many people are actually seeing this stream, please. So I can make sure if I don't have to restart it. Okay, Talon, got you. I can. Okay, got 1 so far. Who else? If it's only you, I may have to restart. Okay. Okay, I will restart the stream